Good morning, scientists. This is Mr. Overhaul with the Winston-Salem Forsyth County School Science Department. Let's take a look outside the back door on this beautiful Earth Day. Happy Earth Day 50th anniversary. Beautiful clear skies, not a cloud in the sky. Beautiful. It's going to be a great day to be outside. Make sure that you get a chance to go out there and see what's happening. Now, looking at our data from Moore Magnet Elementary School in the heart of Winston-Salem, brought to us by our Davis Vantage Pro sitting on top of the building, and the data by WeatherLink. We have 51 degrees currently at Moore. Our winds are not blowing. We'll look at the winds a little more on the windy map. We didn't have any precipitation yesterday. Our barometer is sitting at 30 and 607 inch of mercury, and it says rising rapidly. So we think about that. What does high pressure look like? We already had a good number of right around 30. We have clear skies, so that's an indication there of some happy weather, some good clear weather. We're rising rapidly. What can we expect for the rest of the day? High pressure, happy weather. Let's bring that clear skies, sunny day. Today is going to be a really nice day. It's going to continue to be that way. So let's go ahead and look at our comparison here with the journal. So we're looking at 2 degrees below where it was yesterday. Um, Similar in time, we have substantially higher pressure. So we are up from yesterday. Yesterday was a nice day. There was a lot of breeze yesterday. Later in the day, I got a tweet from somebody saying, "Hey, has your weather changed with your wind speed? Because it's really blustery and really blowing here in Kernersville." And that was noticed. And I went and looked it up, and they were like at that time it was 16 miles an hour was on the anemometer right here yesterday. That was about 2 o'clock or so, I think. So that was interesting to have that be brought up through this. I'll bet you at that point, our pressure, I'll have to go back and look, but our pressure probably was rising at that point too. Because the changing in pressure is what causes us to have increased wind speeds. All right, so we're looking at that. Today we have clear skies as we saw in our observation. We didn't have any clouds, and it is sunny and cool out there. I was out there earlier today, and it was about 44 when I first went out to take the dogs out this morning. It was chilly. It was chilly, so we are warming up some here today. So let's go ahead and pull into our maps and see if what we're seeing is similar to what we saw on our data here. So yesterday we noticed that we had this cold front was sitting just north of us. It has moved. It has moved substantially today. So it is down further south of us, bringing that H in. So that's high pressure coming in with this cold weather. We know that behind a cold front is cold air. Um, there is the misconception that every time you have a cold front, you're going to get some bad storms. Our cold air came in, but it was quite dry cold air. So if we have dry air, we don't have storms. So just because cold front's coming through does not mean we're always going to get a storm, but it does mean that we has the opportunity for storms. We got to look at what that humidity is. Unfortunately, we don't always talk about the humidity. So we need to figure out what it is. So what was our humidity today? I want to say it was quite low. We're at 40%. We're nowhere near that 80, 90% range where we do start to see some of that precipitation. So high pressure, colder air behind us. We're going to see that coming through today. I'll bet you we're a little bit colder than yesterday. Yesterday we were sitting in the mid 70s during the day. Let's see. I'm curious if we're going to end up being a little bit cooler than that. We looked at this storm that was brewing in Texas the last couple days, and here we go. It is moving over here into Arkansas. It is moving to the east, and that's where we're sitting. So we're going to be watching this one. We said for tomorrow. So we're going to look at this, and let's go ahead and look at the windy map. Refresh my screen, it's saying for 46. I'll bet you it's going to say we're around 50 now. That's still saying about 47. Well, it's a little bit lower than where we are. Let's close this off. Now, as we start looking at this, let's pull up our pressures and see what it's showing us and where the center of this high pressure is. We've got that high pressure that's there. Let's go through the day and see what happens to our pressure as we go through the day. Okay, as we get to the afternoon, we're going to start to decrease in pressure some, probably because this low is over here and it's a moving. That's where we're going to start to see that decrease. And here's the high leaving us going off to the east, and this is what's coming next. We talked about the rain coming with it. So let's change over to rain. We see lightning bolts in that one. We see the pink, which pink is telling us higher amounts of rain that's there. This is going to have some thunderstorms in it. And let's march this forward in our timeline. We see it coming across Mississippi, Alabama, into Tennessee. It's going to hit those mountains and it's going to cause a little bit of a shift. And that's what's going to help to save us here, I believe. So, midday tomorrow, we start to see that go by. Looks like a lot of the heaviest of it is going to stay to the south of us. We will see some wind speeds tomorrow as this comes through, I believe. Um, so 11-mile-an-hour winds. Uh, and I'll bet you if we put the gusts on, gusts here, they not the sustain, not what you usually see, but usually see what happens as once in a while winds will push up a little bit further. So we're seeing gusts 17 and gusts up around 20 as we get into the afternoon. Ooh, we get gusts at 36. That's about 7 p.m. tomorrow. So we'll see some gusty stuff tomorrow at late afternoon, early evening as that storm pushes through. And then let's go back here and we'll see if we can make a prediction. After this goes through tomorrow evening, what do we have? What can we expect on Friday? So if we look for that, what is behind this? I see a couple H's as this L comes through. So I'm thinking Saturday, Sunday, we ought to get some clear skies because of those high pressures there. And that will be our hope. So hope that you're observing, looking up at this. Watch tomorrow. See what kind of rains you think you have. If you've ever made a rain gauge or just sort of set a bucket outside and see how much rain you get, stick a ruler in it when you're done. We can do that. I'll see if I can't Friday morning go out and do a little observation of the uh, rain gauge that I have in my garden. We'll see what we have with it, see what totals we have. Have a great day. Keep your eyes to the sky. Remember, we do science well.